All right. Good evening or good morning, depending on where you all are joining from. Today's session is going to be quite informal and interactive, which means you all are able to unmute yourself, ask questions. I'm not trying today to give you a lot of information, but just the objective is to make you all feel comfortable working with Canva, designing with Canva, and keeping the idea of branding in your mind all the time. So within this session today, what I'm expecting is for you all to participate and share what is it that you are doing. I'm sure many of you all are already experts here or intermediary, though the expectation is for this workshop to benefit those who are really new into Canva and just starting out and trying to figure out, can I do this? Can I do that? And the first thing I want to do is have a small interaction with you all in terms of your level. What have you all done so far? Let me share my screen. So today I'm going to essentially use the free version of Canva. I'm not going to discuss any pro features because that's not in my scope. I want to make everyone who has just started with Canva feel comfortable. So everything that I'm doing here will be with the free version of Canva. What I want you to do is I want you all to open your Canva and go to any design that you have created. Let's say this is a design. When you open the design, I want you all to share with me. And before I do anything, I just want to have an alignment with my co-host who's going to be my quality assurance, because normally my quality assurance is my wife. And unfortunately, she is on a aeroplane right now traveling to Kuwait. So Dinesh, as a coordination, in case you can't hear me or I'm saying something and I think I'm sharing something, but I'm not, perhaps you can just interrupt me anytime.
Sure.
Okay, so now I am, of course, sharing a design that I have created. And what I want you all to do is I want you all to go to this share button on top here. And I want you all to click on this option that in the share button, I want you all to share here saying anyone with the link can edit. Okay, you can have options can edit, can view, but for today's session, I want you all to go to any of your design, open your Canva, go to share, and then check here anyone with the link, drop down, and then say can edit, and you copy that link and you post it in the chat, because I will open it and I will have a look at it, and maybe we can have a discussion for the first 10 minutes before we get into the actual workshop. So if you all are ready, please come to your share in your Canva, open your Canva, click on share. Anyone with the link can edit, then copy the link and try to select the one which you think you have done fairly good job. So let me check if anybody is willing to share their work. All right, so we have the first volunteer, Salma Ibrahim. I will click on her link and I'm sure you can see it here. So I can see now Salma is new to Canva. She's practicing. She's just trying to figure out what she can do. She has selected a club name, inviting, and I can see that the logo might need some work, and I'll explain how we can fix that. I see that she has used meeting theme in a font that might not be brand compliant. If you can see here, she has used a font called Trochi. Trochi is not a font we would like to use, but at least I know now Salma knows how to play around with Canva, and that is, in my opinion, the best part. Okay, who else wants to share? Let me check in the chat. Anybody else? Okay, next in line is Pankaj. Let's look at Pankaj's work. Well, so Pankaj is just getting into also Toastmasters. And of course, he has shared only a view for me, not as an edit. So, but still I can see that Pankaj has used a color which might not be a brand compliant color, and we will find out what that color could be. And he has used some images, and we have some opinion about these images. By the way, before we go ahead, also looking at more, is there anyone here who has not is not from our WhatsApp group? Because we have a WhatsApp group where anytime you have any doubts, you can just post your design and you will instantly get feedback from hundreds of experts, you know. So if you have not, Dinesh will post the link to our WhatsApp group in the chat at some point. Try to join the group. Okay, Pankaj, good job. Coach Lee Hopkins is next. Wow. I think I should get Coach Lee Hopkins to do the rest of this session. This guy is obviously a professional, as you can see. And my yo-yo is right in front of me. And okay, you sit down. Okay. So this is a top-notch job. No question about it. And I'm sure Coach Lee Hopkins, as we go along, maybe you can support me in the session. How to share to chat. Basically, Delilah wants to know, Delia, you go to your Canva, click on this share, choose this collaboration link, anyone with the link, you can say can edit, can view, I don't care. Then copy that link, and I'm assuming you are on laptop, because you might not be able to do if you're on a phone. And then just come to the chat and paste that link, Control V, that's what you will do. Laurie Hypolite, I hope I spelled your name. Okay, so I haven't got permission, Laurie, for your design as yet. So make sure you know how to share with others. Selma says thank you. Okay, we'll look at one or two more. So Laurie, if you want to really share your design, you must use this collaboration link, and you can say anyone with the link can edit or can view, and then copy the link. If you choose only you can access, that means others won't be able to see that design. Oh, Darlene wants to know. Darlene, you can unmute yourself and ask, you are asking, how can I include the Zoom link active so any member can click on it and directly enter the meeting? Are we talking about this particular meeting? Because this has a registration link. So you have to give them the registration link. They cannot directly join the meeting. And I did that to prevent any Zoom bombing and so forth. Okay, now we can see Laurie's design. She has made the change. Great. Font used Montserrat Classic. Well done. Canva Sans. Okay. I don't know what this font is. First time I'm looking at this font, but would have been better if it was So Sans Pro. I can see that you have used transparency. Let me look at what is you have used 38%. Might not be, because it's supposed to be 70 only. Okay, but what color is this? Okay, so we'll look at this. There is some issue here. And what I want you all to pay attention is that there is this element here called a raise element. I think she has used that, which is discouraged now to be used. This one, right? This is the element that she has used, the raise. Toastmasters International discourages us from using it now. But otherwise, good. Here I would suggest maybe a little extra space here like this. to give a breathing room around the logo. And not a bad job. So excellent. TJ Rusedo. Ruredso.
Thank
Let's
you.
have a look.
That's correct.
Okay, so
Ignore
here
that.
pardon?
Ignore the first bit. Go to the second. Those are the ones I'm. Yes, those are the ones.
Okay, let me close this one and go to the next one. I don't see anything else. Is this the one?
No. I mean, the second page.
Okay, this one.
Yes. That is what I'm more interested in, because the idea is to have a logo for Steve Niche speakers.
Yeah, this is fine, except I would advise you to, so you have this white background. Instead of that, if you could make it transparent, then it would be fine. So there is a version of this logo on the website, which is called PNG. I will show it to you. If you use that logo and you put it here, let me show you what I mean. Oh, I don't have edit access to this. You have only given me read access.
So I have to give you edit.
Yes, then I can change it. You can do that. In the meantime, let us look at Dalaya's design.
Yes.
Okay, so here she has used Dalaya. There are a couple of issues here. We will look at it. But most important, when we put a logo, we must make sure that we give a space around it. Never keep it so close. We need something like this. There should be space around it. And the other issue is the color which you have used, which is, I think, is fine, but then there is some kind of a Christmas theme. Okay, but we'll have a debate about that later on. And Kathy Donald. Oh, this is good. Okay, so my only concern here, Kathy, is the gradient that you have used. So you have used a combination, as you can see, she has used a combination of maroon and blue, loyal blue. Both are brand colors, but they both cannot be used in a gradient. So let me show you how I can fix it. If I was to do it, I would click on the second color and I would choose, oh goodness gracious, where is my cat is sleeping on my yo, can you just get up, please? I need that. Here it is. Okay, got it. So this is my, so the second color, the first color which you have used is fine. And the second color that you want to use, the first color is this, and the second color should be 78. It's called Rich Maroon 1327. So this becomes a branded gradient if you want to use like this. Or if you want the blue gradient, you would use the color 004165, which is this. And the second color has to be 006094, which is called, I think, Blissful Blue. So this becomes a brand gradient. But if you combine them together, if you make this as blue and if you make this as let's say silver or black or something like that, it is not really a brand gradient. Something new to learn. But otherwise, I really love the concept here. As you can see, we need more space around the logo. We call it the breathing space. You need to have breathing space around the logo, and I can do that by doing something like this. How do you know how much breathing space to give around the logo? And the simple rule is, you see this length from here to here. Let me draw a line there. I could basically take a square to show you how it would look. just to show you a square. Where is a square? Okay. So if I was to measure, oh, this is not a good 1 minute. Let me search for square. Okay, this would be a good idea to look at. So if I was to measure around the logo, this somewhere around the name Toastmasters and International, okay, then I need around this much space on the left hand side. Similarly, I need around that much space on the right hand side. So that's what we call breathing space, and the same amount of space up here and the same amount of space down here. So that's how we call the breathing space. We always talk about this terminology, but we never really know what is the exact breathing space, right? So if you were to do this, then it doesn't have enough breathing space. And similarly, if you do this, there isn't any enough breathing space. So we can resize it maybe and make sure that that breathing space is maintained. Is that clear to everybody? All right, so this was Kathy's work,
Sorry,
I
no,
guess.
it's not clear to me. So you use the square, but how big is the square you're using to measure the breathing space? Are you just using your judgment with just an...
Yeah, yes, I just use my judgment. It doesn't
Oh,
have to be mathematically accurate,
all right.
but it has to be whatever you see
Mhm.
from here, this space where the T starts and where the international ends, that
Yeah.
much space, you need like a space around all the 4 sides. Okay, so
Okay.
that would be
Yeah,
the.
I
So
get
if
it.
I was to say somewhere here, I know it is not enough on the
Okay.
left hand. If
Yeah.
I put here, I instinctively know it is not enough on the top
Yeah.
hand. Right? So, but if it is here, I know there is enough space. If it is somewhere here, I know there is enough space, and that's how I do it.
That makes sense now. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Kirti. Let's look at somebody else's work. Zedro. I'll go back to the page two. Okay, now as you can see, I can edit. He has given me the access. So what I want to show you is, TJ, instead of this logo, there is a version of this logo without the background. So if I go to my uploads, I'll show you this one. See the difference between what you had done and what I have done, right? Because this logo now has no white around it. It is what we call transparent logo. So try to get this one from the Toastmasters website, and you'll find it under logo.png or something like that. Not logo.jpg, but it is logo.png, and those have transparencies on it.
Thank you.
And now you can use this. You can put your club's name under it, and it becomes like your personalized logo. Stevenage speakers, and it looks good. And there is one more nice thing you can do together. You can take this one and you can select your second object. So what you do, you select that logo, hold the shift key and select the name of the club. But before that, I would like to center it properly. Let me just center everything. So if I see this logo and if I move it around, you'll see some lines appearing, pink lines. I hope you can see them. Can you?
Not at the moment, no.
Yes. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay. So
Very
those lines
faint.
indicate alignment. So right now I know it is centered vertically, horizontally. And if I move it until I get like a something like this, then I know it is centered properly. And then if I take this and I center it also, give some space, breathing space, and keep it like this, then what I can do is I can take this first object, click on it, then hold the shift key and then click on the second object, and I will get an option here called group.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I group it, now it becomes like a single object. You see how I can move it around?
Yes.
I can make it small, I can make it big, so it becomes like a single object. And that is cool, right? So you could move it here and say, okay, this is my club logo, and you're good to go.
Thank you.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Let's look at Ashwini.
Kajetan, Toastmaster Cynthia Stott is long time on raise hand.
I'm following my chat. There are a lot of, I might not be able to complete everything, but now Ashwini has shared Sonavani, and this is great. I love it. There is enough breathing space, I believe. This is perfectly brand aligned. I don't have any problems so far. It's good. I mean, this is top notch. Ashwini, well done. Okay, Rose. Also high quality, very high quality. Love it. Okay, so Dinesh, you said Cynthia shared something. I can't see in my chat.
Not in chat, she on raise hand.
Okay. As I said, everyone, I don't even know how many are there in the audience because I am looking at my screen, but I have kept this session very practical and informal, which means you all are in a position to just unmute yourself and say, hey, Kaji, I want to say something. And please, you can go ahead and do that.
Great. So this is Cynthia, and I have a question. It was on your previous slide talking about the club logo, making it look like a club logo. And so what
Yes,
are the
created
rules
by
around?
TJ. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the rules around creating a club logo? Like, can it only go right, the name of the club can only go right below, it can't go around? Like, can you put it curved?
Okay, so this is the
Writing?
logo, right? So
Yes.
I would say this is the only thing that I would accept because that is how it is in the brand manual. You can have your logo on top and you can write something below it, whether it's your club
Okay.
name, whether it is your district name, or just any text that indicates what it is. And basically beyond that, it will get into breathing space issues and so forth. So this is for me, brand compliant club logo, and this is what most of you all should aspire to use if you all are going to use it.
Okay, and so it can't go curved writing around the globe. It just below the name.
It will look, in my opinion, not as per the manual, and if you want then to get it
Okay.
approved, you can always write to brand.toastmasters.org and get their view on it, because for me this is what I can do. Anything beyond that you would need their permission.
Okay, so
All right.
below. Okay.
So
Awesome.
great. We have spent 20 minutes just getting into the feel, and we have learned a few things also, I think. But what I am going to do is now we will create by a new design. Those who have contributed, please try to create. I will give you a sample and I'll tell you what I'm expecting you all to do. So I want you all to create for me an open house. Where you want to go? I want you all to create for me a simple 5 or 6 elements, and I'm sure we should be able to complete it before the end of today's session. And what are the elements? We have like a logo, we have the club name and some club details. You will put your own club details. I want you all to put a link to your Facebook account or whatever, and I'll show you how to do that. I want you all to give some information about, so that design is for an open house. Let's say your club is creating an open house. So I want you all to say open house, put one picture, a brand compliant picture, put some text about the open house. You can put anything you want, but if you want the same text, I'll put it in the chat. You can copy paste and use it in your design. And and maybe some details about some date and time, and that's about it. The second bottom part, maybe you can ignore it and just say to register, call this number, whatever your number is. So the object is very simple. A simple open house poster will be created by you now. And as we go along, you all can, we will share and see whether you're doing something right. You can post the link in, as you have done, in the chat. I can open it and I can share my thoughts with you on it. Okay. So this is the idea. And so let me create a blank design like this. So all of y'all try to follow along with it. And those of you who are just here just to observe and learn, fine, I don't have a problem. But those who want to be really active and learn something, create the design, share, post it in the chat, and I will look into it, right? So the first thing is I want to put a logo here. And how do we get the logo? Let me show you how that is done. You can go to toastmasters.org, go to resources, and here we have the brand portal, and we'll have all the logo and design elements. And this is where TJ, as I was telling you, always look for this PNG. There is JPG and there is PNG. So if you were to select PNG, and then if you right click on it and say copy image, you don't even have to download it on your computer. You can right click and say copy image, then come to your Canva and just press Control V. Control V will bring it here for you. So I want everyone to do this for me. And if you all have done it, please put a link in the chat, and then we will go to the next step. Okay. Laurie, I will address that later on, or now. Can you place the club's name where you normally place? I don't see any problem, actually. I can place it here next to the logo, the club name. But for now, let us put the logo and then go to the text and put a club name. Whatever your club name is, please put it. In my case, it is Kuwait Challengers Club, but the font obviously is not the right font. So what I have to do is I have to go here in the drop down of the font and choose Montserrat. Let me go for Montserrat Extra Bold. And this is fine for me. So anybody who has completed these two tasks, the logo and the name of the club, please come and click share. And then, as I mentioned, in the collaboration link, anyone with the link can edit. Because when you can edit, then maybe I can make the changes to you on the screen and show you how I am making the changes and why I am making the changes. Okay, Deepa Sheikh Jadhav is asking which are the other brand compliant texts. There are only two. Let me add that also before I go to Sarah Ibrahim. Okay, Sarah Ibrahim is an expert, so I'm sure she has done more than what I asked her to do. Okay, so the other font that we can use, so the first one we can use is Montserrat for your titles, but for the rest, we have to use a font here called Source Sans Pro. This is there mentioned in the brand manual, Source Sans Pro. This is a brand font. And here, as I mentioned to you, we can add the details of the club. Club number, let's say 2865, area 21 now, Dinesh, or 22? What are we? Division F, I guess, district 20, something like this. So these are the two brand fonts. We have the Montserrat for your main headings, club names, and so forth. And then for everything else, we have this Source Sans Pro. Okay, let me look at Sarah Ibrahim's. Okay, Montserrat Classic logo is here. Bit out of place. Maybe you want to move it a little to the left, give some breathing space, and then let's continue. Great job. Let me, okay, Pankaj has done something. Great job, Pankaj. What is happening to the logo? What is this? Okay, because you are working on it. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine, Pankaj. You are doing well. Continue. Okay, Pankaj is done. Abad. Excellent. Let me look at the logo. Also Montserrat Classic. Well done. Continue. Sam. Right. Montserrat Classic logo. Logo might be too big for this size. There's no harm. There is no restriction of how big the logo can be. But for this size, it looks a little bit too big. But maybe you were planning to change that anyway. Great. So we have this data. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all how to use gradient, which can be used as a background for this, a gradient. Okay. Unlike Microsoft PowerPoint, which has very excellent gradient features, or even Photoshop, if you are using Photoshop to do your work, Canva doesn't have good support for gradients. They're not very good, but you can do them to some extent. And the way I can make a background gradient is like this. And so we are all going to make our background a gradient. So on the left-hand side, go to Elements and search for gradients. So left-hand side, Elements, search for gradient, and locate which gradient. Maybe you'll have to click on this See All to find the right gradient. And the gradient that I want you all to locate is this one. This, which has, and on the top you can see there are two colors we can change. I want you all to find this gradient, and I want you all to make this gradient let's go for the cool gray gradient. And the cool gray gradient is made like this. The first color is A9B2B1. Use this color, A9B2B1. Maybe Dinesh can put this color in the chat if people don't know the exact code. And the second color is F5, F5, F5. So this is the second color. And this gives you this cool gray gradient. And it does look cool, by the way. I love it. And next, what I want you to do is I want you to take this to the top like this. And then I want you to expand it till it fills your entire screen. Because it's a square gradient, you may have to kind of push it like this, bigger than the size. And then click on this position and move it backwards so that the logo comes in front. So position backwards. And I want all of you, all those who are participating, to give me this look.
Ajichan, when I went to Elements, I couldn't find the gradients. Could you demonstrate that again, please?
Yeah, sure. So Elements, you just type in the gradient.
Oh, okay. You type it in
You
then.
type it. And then in the graphics, you'll find this option called See All, because there are many types of elements, photos, videos. So I'm only interested in the graphics. and I click on see all and then search for this. It's called square gradient actually. It's a free gradient available. And there are many, but I want you to locate this one, which is a square gradient. Okay, and then color it, move it, color it with those two colors that I gave you, and then fill the whole design with that gradient. To do that, while you are doing that, let me, what is it I wanted to check?
So once we have the gradient on the flyer, how do we then choose the colors to drop into the?
Yeah, so you'll drop it like this, it will appear like this.
Yeah.
And on the top, you'll find two color codes. So
Okay, I can see them now. Yeah.
So you click on the first color code and you type the first color, which was A9B2B1. That one comes here, and then you click on the second color code and change the other color, F5, F5, F5. And that gives you that gradient, but then you want to fill it up. So you move it around like this, and then you fill it up like this. And then you click on position and you move backwards so that everything else comes in front. Okay, let's see, anybody has managed to do? Sam, Lori. You're still doing, I guess. Amjad. Yep, I love this. Love this, Amjad. But of course, if you want to fill it up, all you have to do is you have to keep moving it like this. Got it, Amjad? And you can even move it like this so that some dark goes to the left side, some goes to the right side, and then you have it like this.
What's the first color again, please? What's the number? Can you read it again?
First color code is A9B2B1.
A9B2B1, thanks.
Right. Okay, let's go to Pankaj. All right, great. Love to see people following like this. Because it's a little complicated, I'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes for you all to catch up.
Excuse me, what's the second color, please?
Pardon?
ये लोग इसमें बोलना है कोई क्या बोले लोग हल्ला मचा दे
Darlin says the logo isn't mine clear. Any problems you all have, the first thing I want you all to do is I want you all to share, because I won't be able to interpret what you all are saying. So share, anyone with the link can edit, copy the link and paste it in the chat. That way I know exactly what problems you all are facing and how to solve the problem. So learn that first, like, how to share your design in the chat.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hey, hi, Kajitan. Can I ask something? So the color that we are picking up, does it has to be sequentially? First A9 and the second would be F5, or can we interchange it?
You can interchange it, there is no problem. And in fact,
Okay.
there is another gradient called radial gradient, which is difficult to find in Canva, where you can make A9, B2, B1, F5, 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 and then A9, B2, B1. That's called a radial gradient. But then you need to find the right graphics that supports 3 color changes in Canva. It is there, but you'll have to search for it. Okay, so Darlene, let me come here and see what's the problem. Okay, so you can unmute and tell me what is the problem, or you can do it and follow along and just unmute yourself and I will guide you. So
I think I selected instead of the graphic gradient, I selected the photo gradient. I don't know. I don't know if there is any.
yeah, the logo is a problem, but first of all, I want you to change the color before we do anything because your colors are not brand compliant. So can you change those two colors, or do you want me to do it for you? You have to click on this color and change the first color and the second color. Right, that's not the right one. It's A9, B2, B1. Let me see.
A9, B2.
No, A9, not 8, 9. So let me type it for you. It's A9, B2, B1. You see this color? It should be like this, A9, B2, B1. And the second color is F5, F5, F5. Yes, I think you got it. Now make it correct. Keep increasing it, no problem. Keep increasing it. Yes, you got it. Now what you do is you click on position on top. There is a menu on top called position.
Okay.
And then click backwards. Position and then backwards. Can you do it yourself?
Yeah, I did it.
It should be something like this. You see? Of course, you have not used the right logo. You have used the logo with the white color, the JPG. I would have preferred that you use the PNG. Okay, so try to fix it. In the meantime, let me check for others.
Okay.
Because
Thank you.
It.
Thank you.
Natalie has
Quick
done it
question.
correctly. Natalie, where is your logo? Okay, it's there. Great. I like it. I would like to have you Toastmasters Club BNA to be in a bigger font to highlight the name of the club so that it sort of stands out. That's all the feedback I have. Salma is on spot. Now here there is a problem. You have used where leaders are made, but because it is and your logo also has the corners cut off. As you can see, I can't read where leaders are made because the font is white and your background is light. So you need to find a solution for that. I hope you can. I leave it to you.
Ajitan, I'm struggling to find. So when I'm just creating a new document, I'm just struggling to find something that is not A4. Something like a square frame.
Okay, the
Square
way that
page.
works is when you want to create a design from here,
Yeah.
you have to search for words because there are so many types of designs. So
Yeah.
normally, like I want to put on Facebook. So if I say Facebook, I will get like a design. Yeah. So normally I go for.
I see lots of Facebook, but I don't want Facebook. All I want is something I can share on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah, this will be fine. If you select like Facebook post landscape, this would be good enough for WhatsApp also.
All right.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
I have a quick question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sam?
Yeah. Okay. Now, so where you are, Kuwait challenges, I see the gradient from going from left to right, dark to light. Can I flip the gradient to go light from the top and dark at the bottom?
You can, but you would, you can do that. The way I would do it is, yeah, that is very simple. I could do like this, right?
Yeah. Now, from a brand compliance, is that?
That's fine. Yeah. It can be done anyway. It doesn't matter. I can do it this way also. There is no problem with brand compliance here. It's a gradient.
Right. So, okay. Thank you. Just looking at top to bottom.
Yeah, top to bottom, left to right, all possible.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Toastmasters Dalia.
I have a question. So for brand compliant reasons, the gradient that you're showing us, is that a default gradient by nature, or we're free to utilize any other gradients on Canva?
Oh, okay. So the problem in Canva is Canva doesn't actually support gradients like other tools like Photoshop or, micro. So what we are doing is we are going around a workaround to find a graphic element and then making that. Ideally, what should have happened is I should have been able to color my background itself as with the gradient, but Canva doesn't support that. So that's why we are using this element. So you can use this, and the only other one which we can use, by the way, is there is one called tricolor gradient, but let me search and find it. There is something called tricolor gradient. Is it this one? No. Tricolor. I've used it before, but maybe this. No. There is one in Canva. It's called tricolor gradient, but to find it sometimes is a problem. That's the only thing I can tell you. But if you do find it, you can use it.
Okay, so the one that you're showing us in tricolor, those are the only ones that we'll use that's Toastmasters compliant then?
Yeah, which can be made brand compliant because it allows you to color both colors can be created to have that gradient based on the combinations that have been given to us by Toastmasters.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have done this. I want to show you all now. And the other thing I want to do, once you'll do this gradient so that you don't mess around, what you can do is you can right click on it and you can lock it. You can right click and click here lock so that we can start playing around with the others without disturbing our background gradient, Otherwise the gradient will keep moving as we are working on it. So when you lock it, it stays in that one place. Okay, so we are doing quite well. Our job next was to put a big text box saying that this is a, what was it? Open house. And the best way to do it is just copy. Instead of bringing the text again, we can say Control C and Control V and bring it down here and say open house, so that you get the same font, same size without too much work. And you can increase it maybe even more. And maybe put one of the different font color, which is one of the maroon colors, which is 772432. 772432. This one, like this. And let's put one shape to highlight the benefits of open house. So I will use this shape like this. So I can highlight the benefits of the open house and just copy paste whatever I put in the chat. Or you can put your own benefits, what you think is good for why we hold open house. So in my case, I'm going to put this and then align to the left. No, this is not good. What I'll do is I'll use another text box from here. And then put this text like this. So a shape and some text. This is the next thing I want you all to do. and we will solve anybody who's doing this and having problems. Please share so we can understand what challenge you face and so that we can fix it. Okay, let me see if anybody is doing this. Natalie, Sarah. Okay, Sudhir has posted something about 3-color gradient. Yes, gradient tricolor. This is the one, I think. Let me search for this. Gradient tricolor square. Yeah, this is the one. You are right. So yes, thank you, Sudhir. I will make a note of that for my future use. So this can be used as a radial gradient. And if I was to do that, it would look something like this. Sorry. It will look something like this. Dark, light, dark. But let's not use it for a current example. That's too complicated. We'll keep everything very simple and we will have this text. I'll wait for you all to share up to here if anybody has done it. And to bring attention to this, let me make the background yellow. Yellow color is happy yellow. F2DF74. This one. Just to bring attention to this benefits of open house. So who can do up to here? Who will be the first one to post their link? There are 43. I would love to see at least 10 to 15 complete the exercise today. The rest can just observe, and maybe I will post the recording later on for you all to go through it at your own pace without getting stressed. Okay, so color numbers are something that we always forget, so it's always good. I don't know whether you can see my screen. I keep a small thing like this, where I write down the codes and I can reference them anytime I want. And if you are in the WhatsApp group, we keep posting this in the WhatsApp group. So even though I have been doing this for years, I keep forgetting them. So that's why I need this reference on my desk all the time. So the color codes for Coach Lee Hopkins is, if you are talking about the gradient, then it is, I will just put the main colors for you, not the gradient. So A9, B2, B1 is called the cool gray. Then we have 772432, which is called true maroon. Then we have 004165, which is the loyal blue. And then we have F2DF74, which is called happy yellow. You have to remember this as brand creators. These 4 colors should be in your mind all the time. A9B2B1 is cool gray, 772432 is true maroon, 004165 is loyal blue, and F2DF74 is happy yellow. Okay, we'll wait for people to catch up. We are only 55 minutes into the session, which means we have plenty of time to complete it and have a lot of questions and review. All right, Amjad is first of the block. Let's see what he has done. Yes, you're on target. Your work is exactly what we have done. You may want to, of course, play around with the size and font, but you have done what I have done. Great job, Amjad. Sorry, Ajmal. My mistake. I said Amjad. It's Ajmal. Natalie has done exactly what I have done and a great job. No questions about it. So I'll give you all 3 minutes more. Sam. Perfect. I would like to see the club details if possible. Add that line for the club details, club number and, district or something like that. That will help.
Have you posted the font names for us, please?
Yes, I had put it in the chat. Let me.
Could you repost if you can find it? Because I'm trying to look for them, please. Thanks.
Okay. Let me put it here also on my screen so that you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Just for reference, I'll remove it afterwards, but that is what I mean. A9, B2, B1, cool gray.
No, I mean the font names, not the colors.
Oh, the font names, there are only two. There is one called Montserrat.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there is one called Source Sans Pro. So there is Montserrat and there is Source Sans Pro. These two. Yeah.
Thanks.
Achini. Oh, nice. Before that, Sam, I have checked yours, right? Yeah, yours I have checked. You have already added. Sponsored by Northern Trust. Great job. Achini is following. Achini, okay. Achini, switch to Pro Gadget to see this design. You might have to make changes to your share settings because you are working on, I guess, the Pro account, but what you can do is you can click share and then anyone with the link can edit. Just make sure that these options are available or done for your design. Anyone with the link can edit. Okay. Okay, take a small break to follow what I'm doing now because it is part of your design. So if you're already working on it, just look at the screen, my screen for some time, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to adjust this text. I have just typed it as one line, one text box, but if I want to, for example, do alignments, then I have to use this alignment option on top here. So we can align to the left, we can align to what we call center, and then we can have left alignment. So I want to make it left align all the text. And also I can do something called spacing. So I can give more spaces or less spaces between each sentence or each line. Even I can increase or decrease the letter spacing as I want. And more, also, I want to make it into a bullet list. This is what I want. So your output or final should look like this. Something like this is what I want. A bullet list, somewhat in this fashion. Okay, Achini, I'm unable to see your access design. And that might be because you're part of my team. Okay, let me try this. Brian has a question. Are there any exceptions for script? For instance, I have my headline and my copy, so it doesn't take away from my message. That is, have a person speech bubble, and I just want to put text in the bubble. Should be fine. Try it and show. Maybe if there is any concern, I will highlight to you. But I don't know. I cannot get Achini's design. I'll do something just to see her design. I'll switch to Pro. Okay. All right. Excellent, Achini. Everything on point. So Sans Pro, Montserrat, logo, colors, A9, B2, B1, and F5, F5, F5. Perfect. Okay. Balaji has done something good. I think your yellow color is not accurate. Let me check for you. What color you have used? You have used F5, FFDF1E. That is not. Can you change that to F2DF74? Because this is slightly off. Otherwise, I love everything. Good job. Just change the color of that yellow. If you have any problem, let me know. Those who have done, now try to add an image to your poster, and the image should be brand compliant image. The best place to find images for open house is on Toastmasters website. Go to toastmasters.org, go to resources, scroll down till you find brand portal. And then you have something called the first option called leveraging the brand. Under that, you will find professional images. Choose anyone that you like. Let's see, open house would be what? Let's search something that looks like open house. Maybe this one. And once you find the image, right click, copy the image, then come to your Canva design and Control V to paste it here. Then resize it as you wish. And that's about it. Okay. Yellow color code, please, for Balaji, I guess. It is F2DF74. F2DF74. That's what you need to change. Abad. Okay, Abad. Let me look at your text. Better make it black because white over yellow, I cannot read it. Abad. Okay. And this looks wrong to me. What's happening here? Why is it black? Something wrong? I have to look at it. Why is it so dark here? But anyway, the main point here is that your words speak confidently. They cannot be
I
read
have a
because...
question, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Do
Is
I
it
have
Salma?
to use a different text box text I type in the... Yes, this is Selma Ibrahim.
All right. So maybe if you share your design, then you can look at it and then you can ask me. I can answer the question.
I don't know if you... Okay, thank you.
Okay, you had shared before, right? Let me just open and see what you're doing. Salma Ibrahim, yeah. This is your design. What's the problem? Can you see my screen, Salma?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, tell me, what's the problem?
I'm trying to enter the text into the shape, but it's like I have to use a different...
Oh, I see what you are doing. I see what you are doing. Don't do like this. What you do, you remove this and you type everything in one line only, like this. You got it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Do like that.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Achini have checked. Balaji have checked. Abada have checked.
So where are the Toastmaster images again? The
Okay,
images.
follow me on the screen. What you
Yeah.
have to do is you have to go to toastmasters.org.
Yeah.
Right? You go to resources.
Yeah.
Then scroll down till you find brand portal.
Yeah.
Then the first option, which says leveraging the brand.
Yeah.
And then you'll find professional images.
Thank you.
All right. Control C, Control V, copy and bring it into the design.
I have a question, Kachitan.
Yes, Cynthia.
Many of the flyers share the name of the club, and then they also give the number of the club, the area, the division and the district identification. But personally, I find that crowding the flyer and that information is not beneficial to non-Toastmasters for sure, because it just is confusing.
Yeah, so
And to
this is
even
one of those.
Toastmasters.
Yeah, so Cynthia, this is a personal decision. I would say that it has its pros and cons. Like, for example, when I say pros and cons, everything about Toastmasters is public. So if a prospective member went to Toastmasters and he saw that this is the district and he can see the club number, he can click on it, see additional details about the club. A lot of information can be made available only with that one line, because Toastmasters keeps everything, whether this club is good or bad, I could find out from this, by the way, right? Because if I go to just dashboard,
Because I think you have to know where to find the distinguished club report, and you
yeah,
can find everything else.
it's yeah. But again, we are not saying this is right or wrong. I'm telling you that it is something that if I know, oh, this is the club, for example, Kuwait Challengers, I could come here and because the district area, everything is given, and I could see, okay, what's about, oh, they have 22 members, they have won this many awards and so forth. And so a lot of information can be done. It's up to you whether you want to expose it or not show it. And there is no, I'm not saying that this is a line that I want you to put. I'm saying that it's a personal or a club decision at the end of the day.
And,
I hope that
for the
makes it clear.
distinguished reports, you can find everything you need with the name and maybe the district number you would need.
That is true.
But I know.
But if I want them to see it, by the way, I could even link them to the dashboards. I could basically
linking them. That would be great.
Yeah, so that's very simple. I would simply click on the link somewhere which will be available, which says link, right? And I could link them to my club. I can Control C and I can put a link here and done. So if this is shared as a PDF and they click on this, they will land straight on my dashboard, right?
That would be great.
So
okay, that would be great. Okay, and so it's just customary. It's optional.
All right.
Okay.
So are we now talking about anybody finishing up to here? I would love to see anybody completing up to here. We have 45 minutes, but I want to finish this and then go to some Q&As and some. I have a Mac. I'm not able to download the professional photos from the page. Darlene, okay. I don't think there is any difference between Windows and Mac. I don't really know, Darlene, because I don't have access to. Okay, Darlene, let me check what you have done. Okay, so you're having problem bringing the. Wow, I like what you have done, darling. First of all, this is what we call, challenge. Highlight what are the things that you will get out of this program. But are you still doing competent communicator?
Yeah. You know what happened? That I have found that the pathways seems complicated for certain members. So for this year, I'm challenging them to make at least 10 speeches.
Yeah.
Within the pathway.
I'm not debating. I love what you have done. And essentially, I tell anybody also, if you give me 10 speeches, and this is well arranged. If you give me 10 speeches and you do them properly, you will become a competent public speaker. In your case, you have said competent communicator. And I'm absolutely aligned with you on that, darling. So you have a problem now bringing the image here.
Yeah,
what you can do, Darlene, is the other option is you can go to the website and take any image and download it on your computer first. Download it on your Mac There is an option somewhere which will say, where will it be? Let me see here. At the bottom, there will be an option called download, right? So if I want to select this image, let's say there is a checkbox, like you can tick here, and then you can download the selected image.
I see. I wasn't
Yeah.
doing the checkbox. Okay.
Yeah, actually you don't need to, but this is the other way. And if you download it on your computer, then you come to Canva, and then here on the left hand side, there's an option called upload. So whatever you have downloaded, you can upload the file from your computer here and then use it. Try that.
Okay, very good. I will. Thank you.
Okay, there is a new message. Anybody has managed? Sam, thank you. Let's check Sam. Yep. All right. Yeah, great. All on track.
Kajitan,
Yep.
can you just show me very quickly how to grab and move a box around? Because just where you are on that, yeah. Because mine is not moving around. When I try and grab it, it just goes smaller or bigger. I'm not sure why.
You might be grabbing from the corner like this, maybe.
No,
But
I'm
what you
grabbing
have
it
to
from
do
the
is,
middle, and it's not. Ah, it is. Yeah, maybe I was grabbing it from the corner.
yeah.
Yes, now it's
Okay.
moving. Thanks.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Great. Brian, you have raised your hand. By the way, please, this is an informal session. Unmute yourself and just talk, because I'm not keeping my eyes on the raised hand and all that.
Please check my
I just want to know where you got your picture content for Toastmasters. I think I missed that.
Which one?
So you put up this, yeah, put up the image there with the lady shaking the other lady's hand, and there's the branded the Toastmasters logo there. I just want to know, where did you pull that for lack of words, that content, that branded content from? Does Canva, I missed that part, so forgive me if you have to repeat yourself. Is it from Canva?
But which part? So we have logo, we have text here, we have some shapes and text, and we have a image. Which one are you talking about?
The image of the people talking and shaking hands. And
You're
there's
talking this
yeah.
one? Yeah. Okay. This image, I brought it from Toastmasters website. So I went to toastmasters.org. That's the website. All right. And here we have resources. And I scrolled down till I found brand portal.
Okay.
And then here there is an option called leveraging the brand. And under leveraging the brand, there is professional images. So you can download the images, or you can copy and paste the images into Canva, whatever you want. So what I had done is I had just selected the image, and I had right clicked and said copy the image rather than downloading it. And then I brought it here and said Control V to put it in my design. And then I resized it.
Okay, lovely. Thanks a lot.
Try it out. Okay. Anybody managed to get up to here? Balaji, I think, has done it already. Yeah. How about you, Achini? And the rest? I'll give you 2-3 minutes. I'll shut myself up for a few seconds. This is what we are trying to achieve. Great, Achini. Done.
I've just shared mine.
Rose. Yes, very good. Just add a few more things about like contact Tuesday, August, whatever, 8:30, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Please
Yeah.
contact some contact information
Yeah.
and you should be fine.
Okay, thanks. Can you show us where we get those little icons for things like date, those interesting ones, little icons?
Yes, very
Date
easy.
and-
On the
and
left-hand
social-
panel,
and
yes.
socials,
If
yeah.
you want to add those information, on the
Yeah.
left-hand side panel, you have elements.
Yeah.
And elements, you'll have to really search because you cannot scroll and find it. You have to like type the words that you want. Like you want the Facebook icon, type Facebook, right? You'll get the Facebook icon.
Okay.
And you can make it small. Then you want, let's say, date. You type the word date or calendar or something like that.
Yeah,
And you'll get
found it.
that, right?
Thank
So
you.
search them and then use them.
Mhm. Thanks.
Maybe telephone. Some contact information is good. Okay, so I will give you 5 minutes to complete this and then we will do a kind of a Q&A session and I'll show you some additional things that we can do in Canva. So those who are doing, please continue doing it and then start posting your links in the chat. Okay, who's the first one who has completed the entire design? Masarul, unfortunately, this is not on YouTube because this is more like a workshop, hands-on, but it is being recorded. I can share the recording with you later on if you want to go through it, but it's a very simple session where newcomers are trying to answer a few questions that they used to struggle. We are trying to help them on a interactive form. So they are doing something, we are looking at it, trying to correct. So by the end of the session, my hope is that everyone will have a little more confidence in getting the right colors, the right assets to make a design by themselves. All right, so let me look at Achini's work. Let me share also so others can see. Well done, Achini. You are first to have finished the exercise. You have done exactly what was requested. Achini is a new member in our club, everyone, and she just started working on Canva, and this is her work. Beautiful. Darlene is next on the line, and as I said, I love what Darlene has done here. There is a lot of, you get from this design. Everyone should just have a look at it because it is not about, it is eye-catching. You know that if you attend this session, you are going to get a lot of information, and also the text, number to text or call is clearly highlighted. Great book. I only hope you have learned something new today, or at least which you had not known before, Darlene. But it looks like you are very familiar with this. Now we are looking at Sam's work. Yes, enough information. Click here to register. Okay, let us look at what he has done for click here to register.
Nothing at this stage.
Okay. So you here, basically what you would do is you would click here. Just
Insert a link, hyperlink it to.
And here you would put your Zoom link or registration link. You can just paste it here, and then it would be accessible, provided of course you download this as a PDF file, not as a JPG.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Great, Sam.
Thanks. Thanks for your feedback.
Coach Lee Hopkins, are you facing any doubts, difficulties? You could share your link and maybe I can help you. Okay, you're working on it. Great. Okay, Selma has done something. Let's look at Selma's work. Yeah, so here, Selma, I want to solve your problem of the logo because it is currently a kind of wait, messed up, right? And the only way to fix it is you can say edit photo, and I think you have to use crop like this. So let me if you're looking at the screen, and if others also face this problem, just look at what I'm trying to solve here, because sometimes this problem happens and we don't know how to solve it. So she has a logo which has got kind of squashed, and some parts are not showing. So when this happens, all you have to do is, let me make it a little bigger. So when this happens, what you have to do is click on it and then click edit photo and click on crop. And when you do that, you'll be able to fix it like this. Move it like this. And now it is correct. But I would not advise to use this logo on your design where the font, where leaders are made, are in white, and your background also is kind of white. So we cannot see the contrast. So rather, just use the normal logo, which you'll find in the Toastmasters website without this.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And I entered the text, all the text in the text box, but by the time I was done, only half of what I entered appeared. I don't know why.
Okay, but in any case, you are almost done. You just need to give some details about this event somewhere, date, time, and who to call, and we are done. So I hope you are able to finish that part, or you know how to do it. If you don't, let me know.
I entered my text, all the text in the text box, but when I finished, only half of what I entered appeared. I don't know why it.
Okay. Okay, just work on it, and if you still face any problem, I can always look at it. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, now what we'll do is for the next 20 minutes or so, let's have a Q&A session. Do you have any doubts? Whoever has doubts, I will open my screen and I will try to explain to you how to solve it. Salma, then Balaji has finished, I think. Very nicely. Okay, let me share Balaji's work, and I have some things that I want to show you. So this is what Balaji has done. Everything is good so far, except what is this thing? This element you have used as shape, right? Balaji, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, it's a element shape.
Yeah, the only thing I would advise is to color it in one of the brand colors. It could be gray, it could be maroon, but not this color. You know what I mean? Because this color is not in the brand palette. So color the shape in one of the brand colors and you'll be good.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, otherwise everything is fine. So Balaji has got it.
I love that. It looks like a red carpet kind of thing, but it's not red. But it gives
Yeah,
that
this is design, and anybody who has some ideas about design, you can use any of the elements. You can make interesting shapes. Just make sure that those shapes are colored in the brand color. That's all. But you can use them, as you said rightly, Cynthia, to create like a red carpet effect or something like that.
I have a question. May I?
Sure.
This is Natalie speaking. We have our meetings have themes. So sometimes we have Thanksgiving meetings or Christmas meeting. How do we cope with the branding if we have to put a theme on the invitation?
Yeah, so this has always been a big debate about it. I don't have any good answer for you, Natalie. The best suggestion I would have is if you want to do something branded, because you have a specific theme and doing something will be not in compliance with branding, plan it well ahead, maybe 10 or 15 days before. Create the design and then send it to brand@toastmasters.org. Sometime they approve it and then say, because of this theme, for this occasion, we will approve it and you can use it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How do I change the page format? It looks always square. The landscape.
Okay, so if we are
The
using
page format.
Canva, let me share with you. So now this design has been created and I want to change the layout, right? You want to make it A4, for example. This is what you're saying.
Yes. Sometimes landscape or A4.
Yeah, so this is now not A4, but if I wanted to make it A4, unfortunately, in the free version of Canva, it is not possible because we have an option here on the top called resize, but it will ask you to say, would you like to try a pro version, which is allowing you to do that? So this is one of the pro features. That's why I always say if you're using a free version of Canva, do keep in mind that you have to think ahead how you are designing because you won't be able to change it. But let me switch to my pro account just to show you how it works. I'll go here and switch to my pro account. Let me select, let's say this one, not this. These are all yours. Okay, this one, for example. So this is a simple, it's not even completed, but the whole idea is to show you how we can resize it. So if I click here, resize, oh, wait a minute. Am I not in the pro account? Okay. Okay, now I'm in the pro account. And let me open one of my designs. Yeah. And I want to change this to, let's say A4. So I'll just search for A4 landscape, or let's say A4 portrait. And I can either copy and resize or just resize. Let me copy and resize, keeping the original one as it is. And it will do for me a resizing of that design. There is still some work to be done to really make it work, because and then maybe do something like this, but the design is now A4. But this is only a pro feature, not a free account feature.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, that is anything else in the chat? And this Rose has done something. Yes, Rose has done a great job. I would like to showcase it to everyone and see within the short period of time some of the things that she has incorporated, which I really like, bringing this shape here to give it in yellow color to bring the attention, please register here, and the arrow pointing to the registration link. I would advise that this be made into a link, Rose, and it's very easy to do. What you can do is you can take the same text, and then if you can see the 3 dots and it says link,
Yeah.
and then it will become a link. Of course, it will only work if you make it into a PDF file, but they can be able to click on it and it will take them for the registration, which is good.
Okay. Thank you.
Great job.
Sorry, can you repeat that? How you include that link over there?
Okay, I'll do it in my own flyer.
Yeah, I
So
was
let's,
navigating and selecting things and I didn't see. Thank you.
pardon?
I was navigating and selecting other stuff, so I didn't see the.
Yeah, so let's say I will make this link. You can see here I have put here Facebook Kuwait challenges, right? And let's say when they click on this, I want them to go straight to my Facebook page on Kuwait challenges. So let me first of all go to Facebook and get the link. So the link can be anything. It can be your registration link. It can be your social media link. So this is my Facebook link, facebook.com/Kuwait challenges. So if I copy this link, press Ctrl+C to copy it. And now what I want to do is I want to make this into a link. So Kuwait challenges selected. I press this 3 dots and I click on link and Ctrl+V to paste that link here. Enter, and it has become a link. Does that seem clear to you, darling?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question. This is Cynthia. So the links are only active if it's the PDF file and not a PNG or a JPEG.
That is
Can
correct.
PDF be shared on social media? And if so, which one? Like Facebook, I don't think so. WhatsApp?
No, you can share. There is, of course, Facebook not so much, but LinkedIn you can share. You can.
Oh, LinkedIn you can. Okay.
Yeah.
And like Twitter you can't. What?
Or the whole idea is basically you may send it as an email to them, and that would be one way of doing it.
Social media, it's better in a JPEG or a PNG, unless it's a LinkedIn. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, so the question that Laurie asked me is a very interesting question, is that when you create a design and you want to use all these ready-made themes, I would find them extremely difficult to start with one of these themes and to make it brand compliant. It will take a lot of time. That's my answer, Laurie. So I usually avoid using this themes because all these elements you'll have to spend trying to figure out which element is brand compliant and then start fixing it. And that might take more time than just doing it from scratch. Because when it comes to doing Toastmaster content, everything is pretty much ready-made for us, right? The photos are available, the logo is already there. Just plug in your details and then you're done.
But how do we get those kind of funky shapes? Like, you know, if you just go back to that template that you had just a minute ago.
Oh, okay. You mean from here?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah. Yeah. So so sometimes you want to make it a little bit interesting.
Yes, you
rather
can
than
do
just
that.
create a
Yes.
square thing. So can we not
So-
make this blank compliant by just changing the colors.
Yeah, you can. Like, for example, I could do this. I could say this is this. Then the second color is, let's say, gray.
Oh, that's
And the
nice.
third color is blue. And this is
Excellent.
brand compliant, right?
Oh,
Then I could come here and say, we are hiring. I know I need to use maybe Montserrat Classic.
yeah.
Maybe change it a bit, you know, and
Yeah.
do it like that.
Mhm.
Like that.
Mhm.
Okay, this photo obviously is a premium photo. So either I delete it and replace it with another photo.
Can you
But yeah,
show us? Can you show us how you might delete it and replace it with a Toastmaster photo?
yeah, I just need to
Oh.
find one photo, which is,
Okay.
let's say, let me upload my wife's photo here, right?
Mhm.
And then I can basically move it like this, maybe, and position it backwards like this.
Oh,
This is a very quick work, but you know what I'm getting at, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
That looks good.
It does, in fact, right? So maybe I should take back my
Yeah.
words, as long as the elements are not too many, you know, you should be able to make it brand compliant. So this one is good. I like it. I could make it brand compliant within 2 minutes or so. Yeah, you're right. Okay, Coach Lee has done something. Let us look at his work. Is this what you did now? Or you are just asking for feedback, Coach Lee?
He says, I'm asking for feedback in the chat.
So I would have a lot of challenges looking at this one as a Toastmaster PR material, because I see the background is fine, but besides the background, these are my thoughts on here. So when you have a dark color, which is blue, it is ideal not to write on another dark color, because when I look at this 31, it hurts my eyes because it is so, there's no contrast between it. So I would then say that this 31 should ideally be in a light color, like for example, silver or yellow or white. Okay. That's I think, but of course, these images are obviously not brand compliant. I know what you're trying to do. It's theme based, but as I said, if you want to do something like this, it is best to send it to brand@toastmasters.org and say, can we use it for one time? And maybe they will approve it for you. Yeah. Halloween, I can understand that. But again, from a branding perspective, of course, we have to always give a feedback saying, you may want to consider not doing it, or if you want to do it, then get permission from branding. Okay, so we are almost out of time. I hope, first of all, let's get some feedback. Did you all find this useful? That did you all learn something? And perhaps.
Yeah. Yes, Kayakan, I have a question. Before closing, I want to know how can I link the Zoom information, the Zoom, instead of, putting the password and then ID of how then, how then can I include the hyperlink for the meeting?
The same as I have shown you when I did the Facebook link, right? So you have in your Zoom the joining link.
Yes.
You can just say, click here to join our meeting, and then put that link over there. And of course, all you have to make sure is that you save it and send it as a PDF file, not as a picture. Because if you send it as a picture, then the link will not work.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Hi, hello.
Thank you, Balaji, for your feedback. Merlin has done something. Let me quickly look at it.
Hi.
Yes. Yeah, it is pretty good. You have to complete it a little bit, I think, Merlin, by putting some additional information. But yeah, it is. You have done what we have described today and try to do. Okay, Merlin. Okay, let me give you the feedback. Let me show it to others also. So I'm opening Merlin's work. Let me share the screen. So here, for me, because it's in French, I assume I would simply give.
Yes, I was trying to just.
Yeah, I had seen it. Maybe I had not given feedback. So I would say it requires little more space to the right here, some breathing space, little more, not too much. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. The photo is fine. This text, I don't know whether you want to keep it on the image because I can't read it.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Then,
I can get it.
yeah. And this one, what I would suggest is now it is like there is too much space between the dot and the text. And we can solve that by aligning it to the left like this.
Okay.
This button. Yeah. So, and then maybe even give more space, letters, words like this. You can play around with it. And this will look nice. And here you would put some details about your meeting, who to contact and so forth. And that is done.
Please, can you share again how to put this Facebook link and
Tell me again to put what?
The Facebook link.
Okay, so on the left hand side, I have this things called elements. You can just search here for anything you want, like Facebook, Twitter, and you'll find the symbols. You can just bring them and you can resize them and put them here like this.
Okay.
And you want, let's say, you have an Instagram account. Maybe you can bring Instagram and then bring that, make it small, and then put some details there. That is clear?
Okay. Yes.
So anything you want, you can search it here in the elements, the telephone, calendar, whatever you want to put as symbols, you can find them here.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Right. All right, good point. How do you save it as a PDF? Let me quickly show that option. So here is my, and you see that there is a link here which takes me to the dashboard. Here there is a link which takes me to the Facebook page. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on share. And when you click on share, you have to click on download here. When you click download, you have so many options: JPG, PNG, PDF, PDF print. So you can use PDF standard and download. And this will create for me a PDF of this document. And let me show you how the links work. Now you might not be able to see this PDF file. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my desktop for a minute so that you can see everything. So let me share my desktop. So let me repeat it again. So PDF, it has downloaded, and I click here, it will open the PDF file, right? So here's my PDF, and see the links now. When I click on Facebook, oh, this is the wrong one. Oh, okay. There were 2 pages in this design, right? I don't know, where is this taking me? Problem. Okay. Actually, my design was on the 2nd page here. So this is the link for Kuwait challenges, and this is the link. This is a PDF file. Let me open this. And you notice that it has opened the dashboard of my club. This is what I was trying to show Cynthia, right? And then if I open click on Kuwait challenges, it should open the Facebook page of Kuwait challenges. And so you can make it open anything you want. You can open the Zoom meeting, you can open the registration link, Facebook pages, and so forth. So that, I hope you got the idea. Katie, is that clear to you?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Okay, we are almost out of time. And
Kajitan, I really love your Facebook cover page. You did all the squares. That was
that
really
is my
neat.
wife. She loves doing all this work.
Wonderful.
Kajitan, how do you do the tear effect in design?
What effect?
Tear, like a tear.
You'll have to find an element, Suchitra. So everything in Canva, at least, is all about elements. Search for the elements and use them.
Okay.
There are millions of elements, you know. Just search whatever you want. It's like tear. You will probably find something. Let me just confirm to you before I do that. Yeah, let me just show you quickly. So I just said search for a paper tear, right? And I got this elements like this.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
So some of them might be pro elements, by the way. So you have to be careful. This is like a which is not. It is free.
Yeah.
And so forth.
But you know, with the pro account, because all Toastmaster clubs are now eligible for pro accounts, so should we be able to access all these pro elements with the pro account for charities?
Well, it is not by default that you are eligible. You have to apply, and hopefully they will approve it.
Oh, okay, I've just applied just before joining this call.
I hope you get it. I mean, it will be great if you get it.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a rest of the day. Great day. Thank Dinesh for supporting me during the session. Dinesh is our Vice President of Education, and he is always there to support me in all my workshops.
Thank you
Let me
very
stop the
much.
recording.